On July 4th, coinciding with America's Independence Day, it turned into a nightmare for hundreds of families in Texas.
It's gut-wrenching watching all of this happen. I mean, it happened so fast and
A sudden torrential downpour submerged many areas in a sea of water, causing the most devastating flash flood in recent years.
God bless the state of Texas. It's an incredible place.
The torrential rain on July 4th triggered catastrophic flash floods in the Texas region of the United States. According to CNN, the death toll has risen to at least 82 people. U.S. President Donald Trump declared a major disaster in Kerr County, Texas, which suffered severe losses in lives and property during this devastating flash flood.
Thank you very much. We've been in touch with Governor Abbott and very close to Governor Abbott and everybody in Texas. Kristi Noem has, as you know, been there and will continue to be there. And we're working very close with representatives from Texas, and it's a horrible thing that took place. Absolutely horrible. So we say God bless all of the people that have gone through so much, and God bless the state of Texas. It's an incredible place.
Are you investigating whether some of the cuts to the federal government left key vacancies at the National Weather Service or in the emergency coordination?
No,
They did not.
No, they didn't. I'll tell you, if you look at that what a situation that all is, and that was really the Biden setup. That was not our setup, but I wouldn't blame Biden for it either. I would just say this is a 100-year catastrophe, and it's just so horrible to watch.
Are you planning to visit Texas, Mr. President?
Probably on Friday. We wanted to leave a little time. I would have done it today, but we'd just be in their way. Probably Friday.
During the horrific flood, many could not hold back tears as they witnessed Camp Mystic in Kerr County being swept away by the floodwaters. The flood completely washed away parts of the campsite. Inside, the children's beds and blankets were soaked, covered in mud, with luggage and clothes scattered everywhere. Camp Mystic is a private Christian summer camp for girls, offering activities such as archery, canoeing, dancing, and fishing. Approximately 750 girls attended the camp, with at least 27 still missing.
A week ago at Camp Mystic, I had 5 granddaughters in Camp Mystic, and they finished their first session and they're home now. But some of their friends were there for the second session, and my heart goes out to all those little girls.
Ilda Mendoza, a Kerr County employee and resident of Hunt, Texas, is assisting in coordinating the search for missing neighbors. Despite being pregnant and just 2 weeks away from her due date, Mendoza says she hopes people can find their loved ones and find some comfort.
It's just been so sad because you first see the post and it's about 30 people that are missing, and then it's like people are missing and we don't even know, and all of a sudden they're found, and families and kids, and it's like never ending. You know, you scroll through Facebook and the count is going up, and I don't know, and we're just hoping people can find their loved ones so they can, have some rest and relief, because the unknown is what's killing people. I've driven down from Hunt, and it's the most horrific. As soon as we saw how horrible it was, we kind of knew there weren't going to be survivors. It's just been difficult. It's really hard to go through the river and trying to find anything. The guys have fallen here and there. We're using backhoe to maybe shake up the trees, see if anybody's stuck up there, but it's been very difficult.
Jeffrey Berry, the founder of the New York-based non-profit organization No Dogs Left Behind, has also arrived to assist in the search efforts with 8 trained rescue dogs.
So I have 8 dogs with me today. Belgian Malinois. We have 1 husky too. The husky is incredible with finding carcasses, and the Belgian Malinois. These guys can traverse any terrain. At this point, it's unfortunately it's recovery. I believe it's recovery, not rescue.
Let's go.
On the afternoon of July 6, over 600 volunteers gathered in Central Texas to participate in search and rescue efforts along the Guadalupe River. The volunteers organized themselves and convened at the Centerpoint Fire Department, striving to find both survivors' and victims' bodies amidst the debris. Josh Limmer, a high school principal and volunteer, told Reuters that the group included former military personnel and local residents, coming together with the goal of saving anyone or anything that can still be saved.
What you see out here is volunteers from military, ex-military to localized civilians that are coming out to help search and rescue for whatever we can find in the area. And it's all coordinated by volunteer efforts. Yesterday we had roughly about 375 volunteers here and on the ground. Today we're predicting probably close to 600 volunteers plus.
You know, I've got 2 babies at home. It's the least I could do. You know, they're home safe, and there's people out there that they're missing their children or their family members. So I feel like it's the least I could do to help. So, yeah, it's what I would want if my kids were missing. So, yeah. It's gut-wrenching watching all of this happen. I mean, it happened so fast, and I wanted to come out sooner, but I also didn't want to be in the way of waiting for things to get done. So, you know, we came out to as quick as we could to help search, hopefully to find people that are still alive. So, but it's devastating looking at everything, and to think that this was underwater 2 days ago tugs on my heart.
According to NBC News, there has been significant criticism that recent federal government staffing cuts have impacted the National Weather Service's, NWS, ability to issue warnings. Some Texas officials stated that forecasts underestimated the rainfall prior to the flooding. Rick Spinrad, former director of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, also noted that the cuts implemented by the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGA, have further strained an already understaffed agency. He added that he is unsure if the staffing shortages directly caused the lack of early warnings for the major Texas flood, but emphasized that they undoubtedly undermine the agency's ability to provide accurate and timely forecasts.
So I suspect the folks did their job, but I don't know under what circumstances or conditions. A lot of the weather forecast offices now are not operating at full complement of staff, which means that you're really putting an extra burden on these folks. I don't know how much that was a factor in what happened in Texas this weekend. Pick your favorite football team, and now imagine that team has, instead of 11 players, has 8 players. They're going to lose. No matter how good they are, they can't do the job of the full team. And that's what's happening at NOAA. Is these are outstanding scientists, wonderful technicians, terrific policy folks. But if we don't have enough of them doing the job, then something falls off the table. Without research, without staff to do the work, we can assume that the predictions, and not just hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, drought, wildfires, tsunamis, for that matter, are undoubtedly going to degrade. And that means that people's ability to prepare for these storms will be compromised. It undoubtedly means that additional lives will be lost and probably more property damage. And so you don't get the quality of the forecast and the watches and warnings and alerts if you don't have the people and the observational capabilities, and can't fly the planes, or the satellites are not giving you the data. You're going to suffer. And one of the consequences of climate change is that we are putting more energy into the system. That's what heats up the globe. That's what causes sea level rise. It also causes more energetic weather systems. And so one way to think about it is that the extremities of storms, the volume of water, the strength of the wind, the size of the hurricane, all are going to change. And that's what we're seeing. So you think about it, Hurricane Harvey, which hit Texas, I want to say about 5 or 6 years ago, dropped 60 inches of rain in just a couple of days. That's extraordinary. And now what we're starting to see is storms like this are wetter, they're more powerful, they're larger. And it stands to reason that with climate change, if you put more energy into the system, you are going to see more energetic dynamics, which can translate to more rain, stronger winds. So obviously, climate change plays a role there.
We will continue to update the latest news about the devastating flood in Texas. Please follow our channel to stay informed.